So after Oscar Valdez's devastating knockout over Berchelt, Floyd Mayweather CEO Leonard Ellerbe gave his reaction to the candidate knockout of the year, where he stated, and I quote, "Laugh out loud, hold up, Leo is far more accomplished than Valdez, but he was too small, right? Question mark. Valdez comes from 26, but he not too small? Question mark. Which narrative is it? Question mark. Can't have it both ways. By the way, Tank will knock him the fuck out. 100, end of the quote." Shortly after, Gervonta Tank Davis gave his own reaction to Oscar Valdez's knockout, in which he stated, and I quote, "I will tuck him in like a baby," end of the quote. And then Shakur responded to that tweet by stating, "My man, you gotta relax, laugh out loud." Shakur is like, "You ain't going to eat the food on my plate." Sadly for old media, it's hunting season this season. Like Shakur Stevenson said, ducking season is over with. Shortly after, Gervonta tweeted, "Highest paid." So again, if Oscar Valdez chooses to duck Shakur Stevenson and continue the ducking season, then he has no excuse to duck Gervonta, nor old media will be able to find a creative excuse to do so. Because Gervonta is the highest paid, he's one of the most exciting fighters in the world, one of the hardest hitters, and he must see TV. So what will Oscar's excuse be this time around? It seems like Oscar Valdez is cornered all around the board. You have Devin Haney terrorizing the 135-pound division, and now you have Shakur terrorizing the 130-pound division. It's like the murderous row all over again. Therefore, before I get my thoughts on Floyd Mayweather CEO Leonard Ellerbe and the comparison he brought up of Leo Santa Cruz and Oscar Valdez, I do want to respond to some of the comments on my last video that I dropped on Shakur versus Oscar Valdez, which I'm going to leave the link for that video in the comment section below. Make sure you guys watch the video, because I'm not going to repeat the points I brought up on that video. With that being stated, as you guys see above, David Sabata, he stated Valdez was not running. He fought a smart fight and won the fight by knockout. You don't need to fight toe-to-toe to win. May Runner is a perfect example. This comment is so hypocritical on so many different levels. I can tell this recaf, because let's get one thing clear. A decaf is a dumb-ass casual fan. A recaf is a racist-ass casual fan. This is a recaf. It's clear as day. This guy been influenced by the decaf wizards, the likes of Maximum Hypocrisy Kellerman and Tessitor. This is the agenda they push to brainwash the casual fans to becoming decafs. This man David said Valdez was not running. He fought smart. But wait, when it comes to Mayweather, he does not even call him by his name. He called him May Runner. Now, I could rewind every single Floyd Mayweather fight. You will never see Floyd Mayweather move to the extent Oscar Valdez moved against Berchelt. So for David, who said, but he got the knockout, well, go back and rewind Floyd Mayweather versus Corrales. Floyd Mayweather completely smashed Corrales and dominated him in a more dominant fashion than Oscar Valdez did against Berchelt. More importantly, Corrales was undefeated, unlike Berchelt. Corrales had an iron chin, not a questionable chin, the way Berchelt have been knocked out in the past. Corrales was also a pound-for-pound fighter when Floyd Mayweather fought him. And do you guys know Floyd Mayweather knocked him down 4 to 5 times and stopped him completely? So again, Floyd Mayweather fought a guy who's more battle-tested, more proven, more seasoned, which is Corrales, than Oscar Valdez did against Berchelt, in which Floyd Mayweather completely dominated Corrales way more than Oscar Valdez did to Berchelt, who's a poor version of Corrales, to say the least. So again, Floyd Mayweather moved less and still got the knockout. However, David, he want to call Mayweather May Runner, but then turns around and calls Oscar Valdez a smart fighter. He did not run. He's just a smart fighter. When Oscar Valdez versus Berchelt was promoted as Mexican style, then fight night, Oscar Valdez, he completely abandoned Mexican style and he fought American style by utilizing Ali style. He was holding way more than Floyd Mayweather held Corrales. So again, you see this decaf in old media call Floyd Mayweather a runner. However, turn around and say Oscar is a warrior. You guys can't have it both ways. But again, if a fighter on the hope list moves around, they call that the sweet science. They call him a smart fighter. On the other hand, if a fighter on the coincidental list does the same thing on less bases, they call him a runner. They say he has no heart, which is a perfect example of double standards in the sport of boxing. Therefore, hold this capital L, David Zapata. Then right below that, you see Valo. He accuses me of hating Latino fighters for wanting to see the best versus the best. When Oscar Valdez, he mentioned Shakur Stevenson and he said, I'm willing to fight him next. Where Shakur Stevenson said in return, I've been calling you out for centuries. Let's make it happen now. But you see this emotional decaf in the comment section claim, I hate Latinos just because I want to see the best versus the best. I promise you, when I push for David Benavidez versus Jamal Charlo, you hear no comment such as, oh, you hate Latino fighters. Why you want to see this fight? You know why that is? Because they know David Benavidez is cut different, that he actually want the smoke. Meanwhile, they know T.O. Ryan and Oscar Valdez is ducking season for them, the way Shakur Stevenson put it. See, they actually have confidence in David Benavidez because David Benavidez actually has confidence in himself. But when it comes to T.O. and especially Oscar Valdez, oh, they know they're getting smashed. At least that's how they view it. That's why they respond with nothing but emotional comments, exposing themselves as decafs/recafs instead of pushing to see the fight. So again, when I responded to this dude in particular, I asked him, what did I say on this video that you disagree with so much that you feel like I'm biased/hating? Can you point it out? I wait. And I'm still waiting to this day because they respond emotionally. I talk factually. I always report the whole absolute truth and I put it together like puzzle every single time. That's why these decafs can't disagree with the truth, because there's two sides to every story, but when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. That's why you guys see these keyboard warriors in the comment section, but they don't have no cojones to call in to split decision. Then you had this other decaf say, man, I love the fight, but I wish they can be patient and wait till they are older and at their prime. That's the fight to see then. I don't know if we're going to see Oscar then. He won't last that long. The 130-pound division is too deep. And when this man says, wait until they are in their prime, does this man know Oscar Valdez is 30 years old? Your prime in the sport of boxing is from 27 to 30 years old. So this is his prime years. Shakur Stevenson is the one that's entering his prime. And let's make one thing clear. Oscar Valdez is an old duck. He already ducked Shakur Stevenson 3 years ago at 126. And even if Shakur was 15 years old, he would have smashed Oscar. Oscar Valdez is nothing but a stepping stone. He's nothing but another number on Shakur Stevenson's resume. And that's the cold reality. The mega fight we trying to build up to is Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, the murderous row fighters. Not Shakur Stevenson versus a duck. Versus Oscar Valdez. Therefore, quit making excuses. Make things happen. I remember Oscar Valdez. He dissed Floyd Mayweather. He said Floyd Mayweather hurt the sport of boxing because now he can't find any legacy fights, which I made a video on that. I'm going to leave it in the comment section below as well. Floyd Mayweather fought 23 world champions in 50 fights. Floyd Mayweather beat the likes of Pacquiao, Canelo, and I would say Oscar, Cotto, Mosley, so on and so forth. But I'm going to stop with Canelo because that's Oscar Valdez's idol. That's enough right there. So Oscar Valdez right now, he has all the legacy fights he needs at 126, starting off with Shakur. Therefore, is he going to continue to be a duck, or is he going to step up to the plate and fight the likes of Shakur and even Gervonta Tank Davis? Because let's make one thing clear, just like Floyd Mayweather CEO stated, they discredit Gervonta Tank Davis when he fought Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz was more accomplished than Oscar Valdez. And if Gervonta fought Berchelt, he would have knocked out Berchelt in 1 or 2 rounds. It would not have went past the 2nd round. One thing about Leo, he has an iron chin. I don't even recall him being hurt at any point of his career. And Gervonta was able to put him to sleep with one single blow, not cumulative shots the way Oscar Valdez did with Berchelt. That's why I don't even see Oscar Valdez going past 6 with Tank. And if Tank fights Oscar, is people going to give him credit for beating Oscar? Because now he's a 130-pounder. He's a champion like Leo Santa Cruz was. And let's all be honest. They want to discredit Gervonta like he fought no one. He beat Pedraza at 130 when he was 22 years old, when Pedraza was undefeated. He completely knocked him out. When obviously Pedraza took Lomachenko 12 rounds and he gave him a tough fight. With that being stated, hopefully we see Shakur versus Oscar Valdez next, as he been promised the fight. I feel like Gervonta needs to focus on Ryan and don't give him an excuse to find a way out, as he desperately looking for one. With that being stated, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out here.